Yo, what is up everybody? It is me, that one weeb here, back with a brand new What If part. And today's part we'll be having part 12 for What If Naruto had Anti-Chakra. Now if you guys have not seen the previous parts, then make sure to go up here to the top upper right hand corner of the screen. You'll see a playlist pop up there where you can watch all the previous parts, catch up, and get back to here. If you like what I'm doing, make sure to hit the like button on my videos as well as my subscribe button. It's a little red button down there, you know. It's free, no harm in doing it. It really helped me out and it's pretty cool. Anyway, thank you guys so much. If you guys want to, check out my second channel and my Twitch in the description. But yeah, let's just get into this part for part 12 of What If Naruto had Anti-Chakra. Last time Kakashi died, after Kakashi, and Sasuke unlocked his Mangekyo Sharingan. With the newfound skills that Sasuke has attained, as well as the emotional development that's happened for all of our characters, Hinata, Sakura, and Sasuke, what's to become of the future of this world in which Naruto has Anti-Chakra? Well, let's get into it right now. Naruto, as I mentioned before, was heading somewhere with Orochimaru. We can see from Naruto's perspective as he and Orochimaru are running at a rather fast pace, as they're heading towards an undesignated location that Orochimaru has specified, telling Naruto that there's something that he needs to get done before they can act further. Orochimaru's eyes would be set on the next target, that of attaining the Rinnegan. During the 3 years that Orochimaru had Naruto been training underneath him, Orochimaru would have been taking his efforts into analyzing and figuring out the moves of the Akatsuki. It was by no random chance that Naruto had been sent to the Sand Village to eradicate the Akatsuki there, as well as take out the Kazekage. For you see, Orochimaru has a new plan forming after his last plan to eradicate the leaf had failed. Now that he has Naruto, he wanted to test something, to see if Naruto's attack on a village would be successful. Using Naruto's border jutsu that he created for himself, Naruto was easily able to wipe out all of the shinobi there, with none of them even being able to stand a chance to Naruto's might. That's when the two Akatsuki members had showed up just as planned, and Naruto had taken them out. The next step to Orochimaru's plan was to obtain the Rinnegan, and so they'd be heading out to meet up with Kabuto to see if he has any news of what he had sent him off to do. For you see, Orochimaru had sent Kabuto off in order to obtain information for him about the whereabouts of the Akatsuki and their recent movements. Kabuto would have went towards the Land of Rain, where it had been said recently that a large rainstorm had passed over the village and just hadn't moved. Seemingly an endless rain spout, Kabuto had used his previous endeavors of espionage in order to enter the city and, well, blend in with the civilians as well as other shinobi there. Kabuto had obtained precious information about Nagato and Konan and their abilities. As he'd be leaving the Rain Village, this would be when the two, both Konan and Nagato, would decide to strike. Naruto and Orochimaru would be on their way, as this event would be happening shortly after Naruto's fight against Sasuke and the rest of Team 7. Now, Kabuto would try his best, but let's be honest, it's Kabuto versus Nagato and Konan, so he's about to get slaughtered. Now, this is where a rare opportunity change happens. For you see, Jiraiya was also in the Rain Village at the same time, also analyzing who these two people's movements were and trying to find information on them. Now seeing Kabuto getting slaughtered up close, Jiraiya could sit back and do nothing and watch, while seeing what their abilities were as well as what they were doing. This would be how he would find the 6 paths of pain, as well as Konan, and begin to understand what was really going on, which gives Jiraiya the opportunity to actually make it back to the Leaf Village with that information that he still had from the original. Kabuto would die, as Konan and Naruto would pretty much slaughter him in a matter of minutes, but it was enough time. As Kabuto would be on the brink of death, just about to accept fate, he'd finally be close enough. There. As Kabuto would then reach into his back pocket, grabbing an anti-chakra covered seal, kunai. Naruto would look up as he feels the connection. Orochimaru would grab onto Naruto, saying, "Do it," as Naruto would then bite his thumb using the reverse summoning technique. Just as the final blow was about to strike Kabuto down, suddenly a hand would block it, as one of the 6 passive pains used corpses would suddenly have their wrists shattered. As they couldn't even feel their arm, Nagato would be shocked. We would see Naruto standing there as he looks up, covered in the black KCM cloak. "Naruto, you made it in time," Kabuto would smile. He'd fall back down to the ground as Orochimaru began taking care of his injuries. "Go, Naruto. Kill them all." Naruto would nod, as Naruto would still be lower on Anti-Chakra from using that massive amount against the Sand Village and Team 7, but Naruto at this point is so powerful it doesn't really matter. Suddenly, one of the 6 visions from Nagato's view would disappear, as Naruto floods the corpse with Anti-Chakra, killing all of the chakra rods and completely disabling the puppet in a matter of seconds. Now, Naruto would think, as he turns around towards the other paths, now charging at him along with Konan from the back, using support. Naruto would suddenly throw a kunai, as he would then bite his thumb, as blood would then turn red then black, as he teleports directly behind Konan. Yamianchin. As Naruto activates the Yamianchin, he would only need a small one, as Konan's body would already begin to be made out of paper to begin with, chakra paper. Naruto would push the Yamianchin directly through Konan, but Konan would already know this was bad news after seeing Nagato's puppet taken out in a matter of seconds. Naruto would disperse her body as the paper avoids the attack, as Naruto comes crashing to the ground. Naruto would disable the Yamianchin just as he's about to land, planting his feet against the stone ground, and as a loud crash can be heard from Naruto's force. Suddenly, the Tendo Path of Pain would appear. Almighty push. Naruto turned around as he flashes Anti-Chakra, slicing his katana throughout the air, as a black wave would combat the mighty push, deactivating it as it slashes the Tendo Pain, slicing off one of its arms. Nagato would be shocked. How can you disable my Rinnegan abilities so easily? Who is this kid? Naruto, Orochimaru would say. Finish them off in one blow means to get Kabuto back to a hideout immediately. His injuries are very dangerous and we need his information and we have to keep him alive. Finish them now. Naruto would nod as he understands, as Naruto would then begin to power up. I will protect them, Naruto thinks. In Naruto's mind we see images of Sasuke and Team 7. I'll protect them all, Naruto would think. As Naruto accesses the abilities of KCM from the now killed off Chakra Beast turned into an Anti-Chakra corpse Kurama, Naruto can now create multiple Anti-Chakra arms of darkness. As Naruto creates 6 arms, now having 3 on each side, Naruto uses physical raw strength, finishing off all of the 6 paths of pain in a single shot. Naruto with 2 katanas in his real arms, and the rest of his hands now flying out and punching them at rapid speeds. Naruto would slash the katana, ripping the corpses to pieces, as he would take them all down in a matter of seconds. Bring me his head, Orochimaru would say. Naruto would have been able to sense the chakra lines through the chakra roots that led straight back to Nagato. And so, as Naruto would pull one of the chakra rods out of the corpses, we'd see Konan watching from afar. What is he? Wait. She would see him holding the chakra rod. No, I can't. As Konan would rush back to where Nagato was, it'd be too late. Naruto using the similar technique of what he had done in the original Naruto, but instead of using nature energy to sense where the chakra is coming from, Naruto abused that connection in this timeline to force Anti-Chakra through that pathway and completely kill Nagato. Konan would arrive back to find Nagato's dead body slumped over. I know where it is too, let's get going. Orochimaru would nod, saying he'll be heading back to the hideout. Bring me the Rinnegan and then head home. Head home? Naruto would be confused, as Orochimaru would snicker and smile, his plan now going into its 3rd stage. Konan would be in tears sobbing, shocked that Nagato would die in such a pathetic way. That Nagato, the savior of this world, would be killed so brutally, so easily. Konan could only think these seconds for a few longer, as Naruto would use an Anti-Chakra flame jutsu. Mimicking the properties of fire, he would engulf Nagato and Konan's body completely in the Anti-Chakra flame, controlling it so that Nagato would be avoided from the spread. As Konan's body would burn up in Anti-Chakra, she would see an image of Jiraiya, her master, Nagato, and Yahiko, as she passes on to the next world. Naruto has another kill yet under his belt with the Akatsuki. So Naruto would walk forward, finding the corpse as he pulls out his katana, slashing off Nagato's head and grabbing it by the hair. I get to go home. I get to see them again, Naruto would be thinking. I get to go back to the Leaf Village. Naruto would be shocked, happy more than anything he'd ever felt during that time period, but it'd be twisted and warped from the things Orochimaru had done to him, the seal causing this corruption throughout him, and the Anti-Chakra that boils through him all the time now. Orochimaru would laugh as he takes the Rinnegan and rips them out of Yahiko's head. Perfect. Orochimaru would now contain the Rinnegan to make sure that they would be kept in top condition until he decided to transplant them into his new body. Orochimaru would tell Naruto he's done well today, patting him on the head, as Naruto would be happy as someone praises him. Orochimaru would then order Naruto to go to bed, to sleep and rest. Tomorrow you'll have a big day coming up since you'll be seeing your friends again, Orochimaru would snicker. Yes, I have a big day coming up, right? Naruto would head to his room, or where he'd be sleeping, as he lays down on the cold floor with a blanket and falls back to sleep almost immediately. Naruto in his dreams would only see images of his time back on Team 7 and the other pleasant times that he had had with Sasuke, Sakura, and Kakashi. Naruto would have warped memories after that point of good times with Orochimaru and everyone in the Sound Village, making it seem like he was happy where he was, that this was a good thing that happened to him. Naruto would be in a peaceful sleep, while Orochimaru would be busy working, fixing Kabuto, as Kabuto's left arm and right leg would have been completely ripped off, making him almost on the brink of death. Kabuto would be able to speak now, and that's all that mattered to Orochimaru, as Kabuto began to explain to Orochimaru all of the information that he had desired about Nagato, Konan, and the information he could gather on the Akatsuki and their goals while he was in the Rain Village. And so, the day would pass. Now we get back to the other side of the coin. Our characters Sakura, Hinata, and Sasuke. As Sasuke had been walking along, Sasuke would realize after walking for over an hour that there's no way he could catch up with Naruto at this point. Damn it. Suddenly we would see Hinata and Sakura behind, as the two catch Sasuke as he falls backwards, now finally having given into the strain of unlocking the Mangekyo Sharingan. Hinata and Sakura would carry Sasuke most of the way back, as for the next day, Sasuke would be unconscious, while Hinata and Sakura would care for him on the trek home back to the Leaf Village. Meanwhile, Obito would be extremely stressed out, not having predicted this outcome. How did this happen? I'm supposed to be Madara. How can I? Damn it. How the hell am I supposed to awaken the 10 tails without the Rinnegan? I need the Rinnegan in order to completely have power over the statue, so I can completely control the 10 tails once it awakens. Otherwise I won't be able to inflict the infinite Tsukuyomi. This is bad. I'll have to send Kakuzu and Hidan after it. If they can intercept Orochimaru and his forces, then we can reclaim the Rinnegan. Plans seem to be speeding up faster than I had anticipated. Obito, Tobi, or well, Madara would call a meeting with the Akatsuki, with notably 4 of the members not showing up, that being Konan, Pain, Sasori, as well as Deidara. These members being missing would cause a lot of problems in his plan. In this timeline, Kabuto would not be assisting Obito by helping him with the reanimation jutsu, meaning that Obito in this timeline is planning to have to fight all by himself and with the Zetsu that he has created and cultivated. Sasuke, Sakura, and Hinata would arrive back at the Leaf Village, battered and torn, with much of their clothing having been destroyed and their bodies having been broken, with Sakura and Hinata's medical ninjutsu having saved them. As they arrived back, they'd collapse into the Leaf Village, exhausted from walking 2 whole days. By that point, Sasuke had already recovered and had been awake from Sakura and Hinata's care, but the other 2 were completely wiped out after having to carry him most of the way. Sasuke would make sure the 2 were given proper medical treatment, as he would then begin to talk to Master Jiraiya, who had just gone back to the Leaf himself, along with Tsunade. "Where's Kakashi?" Jiraiya would ask, with Kakashi usually being the one to report mission statuses. Sasuke would look down as he holds up a headband and places it down on the desk, it being Kakashi's. Kakashi Hatake is down for good. What? How can this be? Tsunade and Jiraiya would be shocked, not realizing what kind of foe could take down Kakashi, unless he fought Orochimaru head on, but Sasuke and Sakura and Hinata had been there. What happened? Sasuke would look up, sad, and a sorrow would be filling throughout his eyes, as he tells Jiraiya and Tsunade what exactly happened. Naruto is not who we thought he was anymore. Naruto's changed. He's been affected by Orochimaru's curse, and he's not there anymore. Naruto's the one who killed Kakashi. That can't be. Jiraiya would be shocked, falling over, as he thinks that his godson, the son of Minato, he was supposed to protect him. He was supposed to train him to become a great shinobi. He was supposed to be the child of prophecy. What? How can this be? Jiraiya would be shocked, holding his face as he has no idea what to do. As Sasuke tightens his fist, he then delivers more bad news to the two Sannin. That's not the worst of it though. There's a reason that the Sand Village never responded to your messages. It's because there is no Sand Village anymore. What? Tsunade would ask, puzzled by what he means. You can't mean... No way. Naruto. When we arrived, there was an anti-chakra field around the entire village. The Sand Village was filled with corpses. No one survived. No one. If there's only one benefit from this sick situation, it's that Naruto took out 2 Akatsuki members in the Sand Village when he dropped that attack. Master Jiraiya, it was horrible. Sasuke would say this, and as he says so, suddenly a rumbling could be heard outside the village, as Naruto would come into contact with Kakuzu and Hidan. If you guys want to see the next part of what if Naruto had Anti-Chakra, next part will be the finale, which is why this one's a little bit shorter. I've already started scripting for that. And if you guys want, make sure to go and check out tomorrow's video, which will be what if Asta was Meliodas' son. And make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and check my second channel and Twitch and all that good stuff. And I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.